All right, before we get into our last two topics,
Okay.
what do you, the Jamal Bryant wife thing? We did not put this on the docket, but I've thought about it, and I want to play his response. Jamal Bryant's wife wore a flesh tone. Am I right,
Yeah.
Dom? Like, I don't want to speak out of term. Is I'm not a woman, so I'm just gonna lean
That's
on you
correct.
on that.
Good point. I was impressed.
Yeah, okay. Because look, I literally did in my research. I'm like, oh shit, because I forgot that I put it on there.
Yeah.
Flesh tone outfit to United Negro College Fund event, and it started an uproar with everyone. And it's Jamal Bryant's response.
Head on, because the other day the internet went crazy about a dress my wife had on.
Hold on, I just like the way that he's like being matter of fact. Like, I want to address what's going on.
Now, they didn't say anything about the $4 million that was raised for the United Negro College Fund. They never mentioned that she prayed until heaven came down. They never said anything about this was the largest fundraiser for for HBCUs in the country. But insecure, jealous, petty, small-minded people got in their feelings and set up a false barometer of holiness based off of a dress. Now you got to help some people, because some people have embraced the full knowledge of ignorance without any assistance for understanding. The dress was not see-through. The dress was flesh color. But because you ain't never been nowhere and ain't never been exposed to nothing.
Hey man, why he got to sell on them like that with that? That was
honestly, I think this is inappropriate that he addressing this in the pool.
Okay. You want me to keep playing? Or were you done with it?
I'm done with it.
All right, go ahead. Not your thoughts.
I think it's inappropriate because this didn't happen at church. So you know what I mean? I could see if it was like a church event or whatever, but
you said United Negro College Fund event.
Yeah, I was like,
you all pray the stars, y'all.
And here's the thing, and this is no shade. Like, I'm not trying to throw his ex-wife Giselle, but y'all used to like Giselle, who can't dress, who's on Housewives, right?
Mm-hmm. She can't dress like that. She can't dress.
No, she can't dress. So
that's the thing. Everybody know that, or I'm just fine.
Oh yeah, Giselle can't dress. Let's no, she country. Like
okay.
This is the thing. It comes up on the show.
Okay. No, you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so ultimately, like I said, she didn't go to the church luncheon or church dinner, the pastor's anniversary in this dress. Now I will say, and not trying to be, we're used to the church, and that's what we go back to what I was saying earlier, the outdated views of the church. And also I think the other part of it is that this woman is she appears curvaceous, very curvy.
Oh, she a bad woman. Look,
she's fat. Yeah.
No. Look, Jamal Bryant, low key, Jamal Bryant be picking him up though. Like Giselle ain't ugly either. But I'm just saying.
Because y'all focus on her dress. I'm looking at that wig. Like if we're gonna talk about
hold on. Only an Aquarius would figure out the randomest thing. That I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't have thought about the wig. But the idea that you wouldn't like, y'all worried about that is something else that's even more bad. Like that's me with him. That's me with hands.
And so ultimately, y'all don't allow people the free range to explore and have fun and all of this stuff. Like, but I get how on the flip side, some people are like, when you enter, the house of the Lord, like when you enter that sector, there's certain expectations. Like they expect like the first lady to be dressed kind of like Jacqueline Kennedy.
Demure.
Yeah, demure, very mindful. Like I said, like so she should have been in like a tweed suit or something like that versus this extravagant dress.
But also Jamal Bryant is an attention whore. He knew what he was doing though. He knew if he claimed when they walked out the house, they knew we gonna get in some bullshit and it's gonna give us some. They knew there's no way I think any woman, any woman in general would get eyes looking at them for that outfit. On top of that, being a first lady.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also that
Jamal can't be high siding on this congregation talking about you ain't never basically said you ain't never had no bad bitch, so you don't even know how this feels. So, that's what he was saying to people.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. And so then that's where we go back to the concept of like who's your leader, who you want to be. If you don't like it, then okay, so maybe we need to explore considering going to another church, you know. And that's just what it is. That is just what it is. And so that, like I said,
would you wear something like that, Dom, to an event?
Yeah, but also I'm not the first lady. Like you have to think about.
Okay, so let's
think about like Michelle Obama has never.
Say your guy decided I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I'm going into the church and everything, and then he is becoming the pastor in 5 years. Would you still wear that, or would you not wear that because he's a pastor now?
There are certain things that you have to compromise on, and I probably would not wear that. But also, it's not like I said. There are certain ways that you can, like she can have that silhouette. Like I could still. Because
I think about Erica Campbell though too though. Don, remember what people was getting Erica Campbell them problems with that white dress she had on because she's curvy, and they like, oh, why are you wearing that?
Here's the thing, people
She's a curvy girl though. Wouldn't it be an issue if she wasn't that curvy though?
But the issue with it is that women, and the conversation surrounding women and the way that they dress, they're supposed to be dressing, you know, skirts to their ankles or past their knees, and it is to deter men, and it all goes back to men. And it's like, okay, well, tell these niggas to control their motherfucking hormones, control their eyes, all of this stuff. Like my friend literally was just like saying how he had taken his cousin to church with him, and they was sitting in the back, like that's where the wife sits. And he was like, I can't come back to your church. There's too many bad bitches up in here. It's too many, you know, attractive women.
At least he know himself though. He know it.
So he's like, I can't care. But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you can't control like, and just say, that's a nice looking person and move on. You know what I mean? Like your eyes are not broken. You know, you're gonna find people attractive, but it's like control your hormones. But that also goes back to women, especially like our parents' generation. If you ever get a chance to like sit with like an aunt or like a great aunt or your older cousins when it comes to church and how they talk about how deeply rooted they are in misogyny and patriarchy, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked at what they say and how women and and are supposed to respond and show up in the world, and what we should and should not be doing because of men. It's like, okay, don't talk to me, talk to men.
And also, this is something I saw online of like, I don't want to project anything on my daughter that I think about that she should be living her life. Yep. And I told her the other day though, like, hey man, whatever me and your mama be talking about to you though, like you're still your life. Like you need to do what you got to do, whatever we want you to be on.
Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends because we got all the tea. And if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side so you can see other stuff and again share with everybody.